Welcome to the ride. You're obviously desperate for some real entertainment, so let's get you right down to the circus floor immediately. How many of you are there? One player? Good. Competition only slows down the game. Is this your first time on the ride? Splendid. Glad you had the courage to play again. Type your name. Wonderful. Thanks. Remember to be all you can be. Take your seats and enjoy the show. And don't get cotton candy all over the keyboard.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. You Don't Know Jack is sponsored by Lil Frankie's Flea Circus, the circus where every kid's a wiener. And now here's your host, Buzz.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to You Don't Know Jack the Ride. My name's Buzz, and I'm going to be your guide on your trip down. What's at the bottom, you say? Well, let's just say it's a surprise.
Surprise!
Buzz?
Helen, what's the deal? What the hell is Buzz doing here?
Wait a second. Stand by, please. Cookie?
Helen, the trapdoor in the booth is open.
Cookie, what did you do?
What? I didn't do anything.
Jesus, Cookie, that trapdoor goes to the bottom.
The bottom?
Yes, the bottom.
Wow, that's kind of scary.
Buzz was supposed to be there, Cookie. There's been a change in the lineup. You're not going on again until after Buzz, Schmitty, and Guy.
Oh, come on. I'm into my second episode here. Now you're sending me all the way down to the 350th floor or something?
Cookie, get out of the booth. Ray, could you get Guy up here to host, please?
You know something? Guy's down on the Hollywood floor harassing Keanu Reeves. I don't think you're going to find him in time.
Fine, Cookie. Fine. You can keep going. Happy now?
I'm just here to do my job, Helen.
Let's just get on with it already.
Hey, I'm all about you.
And now here's your host, Cookie.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome. I hope you find this as amusing as a circus high wire act, because we're playing without a net. So, are you ready for a three-ring circus? Let's ride. Hey, buzzin'! I like to call this category Circus of the Flaming Gassy Stars. Okay, you remember Circus of the Stars, right? Well, suppose you see a circus featuring celestial stars. If a white dwarf appears in the center ring, how will his act go over? He'll be the show's biggest, brightest star, he'll just phone in his performance, he'll be a real bang-up success, or he'll die on stage.
I don't get it. It went over great in Peoria.
White dwarf stars are stars that are about to go out once and for all, and I understand they prefer to be called white little stars. Okay, hit your butt. Coming up. Nothing like a circus tragedy for a good laugh. Here we go. Which of the following sounds would be least amusing to a funambulist? Would it be sound 1? Sound 2? Sound 3? Or sound 4? Again, that's sound 1. Sound 2? Sound 3? Or sound 4? I think they're talking to you. Don't worry, though. They still love you in Peoria. Oh, look what I have here. The correct answer. A funambulist is a tightrope walker. I'm guessing they wouldn't be amused by the sound of someone falling to their death. But showing on America's Funniest Home Videos. And we're talking instant comedy. All right, buzzing. It's dead, it's disgusting, it's roadkill. Remember, when you see the item that correctly connects the pair, hit your buzzer. And that bonus question at the end could mean even more cash. All right, put it in gear, we're going. Pertaining to Greek gods home and cobalt blue. What's the intersection between these two? Close association. Bell's big invention, and yellow hit blank line. Hypermedia system and Spider's domain. Place to hang your shoes and Shaft's Richard Round flank. English holiday blank day and blank Helena. High-ranking military officers and orchestra section. Let's nab that bonus. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all types of rings? Oh yeah, put it in the bank. Yeah, give me a ring sometime. That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. All right, it's time to choose the value. Well, it's a start. Anyway, I'm a graduate of Wasamata U. So, you want to see the question? Yeah, me too. Here we go. If Rocky the Flying Squirrel became a flying Walenda, what would he be? A gray tightrope walker with a moose pal? A goggles-wearing stunt pilot with a moose pal? A rodent... Well, what do we have here? The Flying Walendas are a legendary family of circus performers most famous for their tightrope walking. Unfortunately for Rocky, if he were a Walenda, he'd probably also be known for falling off of said tightrope. Now select the highest... Okay, give it up, Ford. Run, don't walk away from your problems. What do we got here? 3,200 and change? All right, let's do it. Who would be most likely to run off? It's yours if you want it. Good bet. Circus is a Las Vegas casino. They've got an amusement park there, a hotel, restaurants, circus acts, everything for the quiet loner who doesn't like quiet or being alone. Okay, well, you win some, you lose some, badly. Here's the category. I'm so mad I could toot. Here's the question. If you're angrily playing the organ-like instrument known as the calliope, what is the most...
What the hell is wrong with this damn piece of mother damn sucker?
A calliope is a steam-powered musical instrument, so you be blowing off steam. But you just can't stay angry for long when you're playing a calliope, now can you? Get your buzzer to choose. The category is... Boy, did you pick a dilly. Get your buzzer finger ready, here we go. If London's Piccadilly Circus were actually a circus, who would be the ringmaster? The god Eros, Lord Nelson, Queen Anne, or St. Paul? In the center of Piccadilly Circus is a fountain statue of a little winged guy. The statue is known as Eros. And if you like clowns, you'll love Piccadilly. There are clowns everywhere. Clowns who shop and have funny hair. All right, bang your buzzer and grab the highest value. Ooh, don't you wish you could go back in time? Here's your category. Any palomino is a pal of mine. No. And right this way, please. Say Ringling Brothers actually had a unicorn in their show. According to legend, who would have captured it for them? A trapeze artist of noble blood, a pure of heart lion tamer, a blind strongman, or a virgin ringmaster? Boy, I'll bet it's hard to find lion tamers who are both pure of heart and willing to whip defenseless animals. You should have picked this. According to legend, unicorns can only be captured by virgins. Well, duh. I mean, who would you go to if you were a horny horse? Okay, buzz in and lock on. This one's called the greatest math test on Earth. You've heard P.T. Barnum's famous quote, "There's a sucker born every minute," right? Well then. How many suckers were born last April? 1,440, 43,000, 864,000. No, that's wrong. But don't be mad at me. All right, let's take a look at the right answer. 60 minutes times 24 hours times 30 days means 43,200 suckers. Of course, since 1871, when Barnum started his circus, there have been about 62 million suckers born, which pretty much explains the Midwest. Oh, what? That joke killed them in Peoria. It's your buzzer to select. We're calling this one. Always remember to keep your barker on a leash. Hey, you know carny is slang for carnival worker, right? Because they have a carny, which group would you expect to try to guess your weight? Wilson Phillips has a China, a Wendy, and a carny. And how do they guess your weight? They hold on. you see, that's the name of their big hit song, Hold On. Have some water. All right, buzz in for the cash. Oh, nice picking. Oh, get out of here. It's time for a dis or dat question. And this dis or dat questions category is, let's talk about family. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's the name of someone from the comic strip Family Circus or someone from TV's Family Ties. For each right answer, you get some cash, and you're going to lose some for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds to nail all 7. And here we go. Jeffy, Family Mallory, Billy, Skippy, Jennifer, Dolly, PJ. Excellent. You got a whole 2 right on that one. I'm sure that'll do wonders to your total. All right, there it is. Let's keep moving. Now select the highest value. Your category is... It's a 3-nipple ring circus. So, have you heard about the bizarre spectacle known as the Jim Rose Circus? They were part of Lollapalooza, for instance. Well, anyway... Say you attend the Jim Rose Circus for some wholesome entertainment. When you leave the show, what's the one thing you'll not have learned about the human body? A penis can carry the weight of 2 irons, a woman can pleasure herself orally, an adult body can fit through a tennis racket, or it is possible to drink the same beer twice. No, an adult body does go through a tennis racket. Oh, come on, don't get mad again. Here's what you should have picked. You know, the Jim Rose Circus provides a lot of unique entertainment, but that particular act is not part of it.
Okay, folks, let's hear it for Spineless Susie! And remember, ladies, do not try that stunt at home.
Yeah, right.
All right, it's time to... Hey there, no clowning around. Here's your clue. All that in one tiny car. But let's not talk about my sexual exploits from high school. Let's check out this Jack Attack. Let's see that final score!
Decided to do some vocal commentary for that last episode before we continue. Man, something must have happened in Peoria. Anyway, let's have new people join in technicality here, so we can do a script. Tell you the script.
Greetings. Welcome to the ride. I'm afraid I can't promise you any scantily clad caricatures on the floor where you're headed. That was a cheap marketing trick used to get you to pick the dairy products floor. I mean, really, who would pick dairy products for a game? Anyway, how many people will be playing? More than one and less than 3. Got it. Are either of you first-time riders? That's what I thought. I'm so glad to see you back. I really am. Player 1, may I have you? Okay, that's fine. Player 2, please enter your... Thanks a lot. Here are the keys you'll be using as your buzzers.
Things, even as I tried to
and hey,
stop
good
my
luck.
usual stuff. And yes, this is
I
gonna
have
be...
to cut down on dairy. So bad for my throat.
Imagine being like this coloring it on the floor. Anyway, you don't know
It's
Jack.
time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. You Don't Know Jack is brought to you by Lactose John's Ladies of the Evening. Come meet our girls. And now, here's the host, delicious as his name, Cookie.
It's a pleasure to see you. You know, I think we're going to have a good game here. It's going to be just like butter. Okay, anybody up for a screw? Of course you are. Okay, remember to be a cold-hearted bastard with these screws. You want to hit the S key and don't stop. Well, I hope you took your Lactaid. We're taking a ride on the Milky Way. Okay, player 2, what's this one? Oh, that was sucky. I'm sorry about that. Here's your category. Dairy, dairy, I need your huggin'. You ready? Let's go. If you wanted to use real butter to butter up your lover, which of the following should you say? Your eyes are blue as the Land O'Lakes. You're the best ever. I promise. You're stacked like a country crock. Or, I can't believe it's not butter. All yours, country crock. Stick with a brick house, Commodore. Ball player 2, grab it. It's like real butter. So kiss and make up, but remember, keep those sticks wrapped. Player 2, hit me! Ooh, diarrhea. Anyway, here's your category. Dairy fresh rock and roll. Let's see that question. What dairy treat might you expect to be served in a white room with black curtains near the station? Ice milk, cream, yogurt, or custard? Player 2, it's yours. White Room is a hit by Eric Clapton's old band, Cream. I tell you, this guy Clapton is in a whole dairy aisle by himself. Player 2, what? This one's called... Are Cracker Jacks kosher? You know how sportscaster Harry Carey always shouted, "Holy cow!" Well, if Harry Carey said "Holy cow" because... Oh, you gotta answer it, player 2. Riddle number 1. Feels good, don't it? Cows are considered sacred by Hindus, especially when they hit home runs.
Holy cow! Holy cow!
Player 1, one good screw deserves another. Player 2, pick us a question. Okay, give it up, Poor. No thanks, I'll just spread some vomit on a cracker. Okay, hang tight. We're talking about $3,149 here. Here we go. Suppose a group of dairy farmers are having their company photo taken. Instead of, say cheese, what should the photographer say to get them to take a shot, please? But if you really want these farmers to smile, just put a teat in each of their hands.
Hey, what are you doing? Get your hands off that holy teeth! Holy cow!
Wow. They call that the real
Okay, player
game.
two, grab a question. Oh yeah, now we're talking, and here's
It
what we're
does.
talking about. I'll whip your cream and beat your eggs, too. Hey, you were a kid once, right? Well, you've surely heard the phrase, last one in's a rotten egg. Well, if the last major fighting nation to enter into World War II were a rotten egg, which... Player one, you're screwed. What's the answer? So you want 4. Okay. We stink. We didn't join the war until 1941. That's why we're known as the land of milk and nanny nanny boo boo. Guess what, player 2? You're the one who's screwed.
That was a bit Bugs question, by
Player
the way.
1, you have the honors. Coming up,
And then that.
I get soggy in milk. Hey, you know how nations are always boycotting the Olympics for one reason or another? Well, say the Olympic Village serves cold cereal for breakfast because its athletes are Player 1. No, the United States would probably be barred from breakfast. Something about the Americans smelling like rotten eggs and ruining everyone's appetites.
Good point there.
Player 2, it's you. Asians are more likely than any other ethnic group to be lactose intolerant. But given the choice between soy milk and sushi on my Wheaties, I'll take the fish. All right, player 2, but it's roadkill time.
Who's player roadkill?
Remember to buzz in first when you see the item that correctly unites the 2 items on the screen. And don't forget, figure out the final bonus question, and I'll give you some extra cash. Are you ready to go a little bit crazy? Me too. Let's do it. Normal dance party and zany redhead Lucille. What's the common link between these two? The cards are dealt, and applause. Score! Female elephant and lick in your hair. Raby holder and show blank. Fish covering and series of musical notes. Hockey trick and symbol high blank. Deals with the fly in your soup
Never mind.
and dump blank. Score!
Now the bonus.
All right, let's go for the bonus. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all cares for lactose intolerance? Things that contain milk. Wow, was that sucky? And here's a tip for you. Don't get all hopped up on Twinkies, okay? You'll thank me later. Well, for the time being, player 1, you're on top. Okay, player 2, what's this one gonna be worth? Oh, God, here's your category.
A song.
Little Jack Horner got a better meal. Hey, remember that old
Even
nursery
the
line
owl
went something like
where the
this?
honey-
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. So tell me, what the hell is way? Take a shot, player 2.
Hey, who's been scratching at my toes?
Yeah.
Player 1, it's yours if you want it. Player 1, hit it.
Whoa, whoa!
Watch and learn. Whey is the watery part that separates from the solid milk curds when making cheese. I like mine in a rocks glass with vodka. Player 2, what's this one gonna be worth? I like to call this category Mount Olympus could have used a Starbucks.
Wait, is that old?
Okay, play ball. So tell me, which of these is not a half and half? Player 2, grab. A harpy is part woman and part bird, which explains why there are eggs in the dairy aisle. Player 1. I think I'll be taking my coffee black from now on. A cyclops is just a big old guy with one eye in the middle of his forehead. Player 1, it's up to you. Nice choice, Player 1. Player 2, bite me. Player 1, you got a dis or dad. The category for this dis or dad is, with a little effort, you can show up at the same time. Okay, listen up, because I'm going to read off 7 words, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a word that begins with chicken or a word that begins with egg. You're going to get some money for each right answer, and you lose cash for a wrong answer or any you don't get to. Okay, you have 30 seconds to get all of them. Let's do it.
Go.
Wire, chicken or egg? Head. Peter. Liver. Ox. Roll. Feed.
There we go.
Well, you got 5 right, which is sort of like, you know what I'm saying? Well,
And I think I made a bad idea by doing vocal commentary over Cookie here.
let's throw that cash into your total. So player 1's in the lead. All right, let's see how long this lasts. Player 2, pick. Your category is crying over spilled milk. Hey, remember that 70s court case in San Francisco where the murderer got a reduced sentence for saying he was hopped up on junk food when he did the crime? Well, considering the famous defense used in the case, who would have been the most appropriate defense lawyer for the murderer of politician Harvey Milk? Player 2, it's you. Twinkie the Kid? Well, yeah, I guess it was known as the Twinkie defense. Maybe he can lasso as a judge who knows a just ruling from his, snowballs. Player 2, hit me! This one's called... This used to be Sean Penn's playground. Alright, I'm dangling some nice cash in front of you, Player 2, and you need it, so go get it. Say Madonna used a hand pump to get her breast milk flowing before feeding her baby. Which of her songs would best describe this process? Open your heart, express yourself, justify my love, or into the groove? Take a shot, Player. No, but that whole I am the lock and you are the key thing is a pretty good description of how she got pregnant in the first place. All yours, Player 1. Ooh, must have hit the wrong key. It happens. Here's the one you wanted. Mothers can express breast milk by using a hand pump. But how she got milk out of them cone-shaped boobs, I'll never know. Well, it's highly unlikely I will. Okay, Player. Smell that derriere. Oh, sorry. Here's your clue. MacDonald had a farm. Yeah, so we've heard. Quit bragging about his damn farm already. I hate that guy. congratulations, Player One. You beat someone with a negative score. Whoop-de-doo.
Welcome to the ride. So, I understand you're greedy and dishonest. I'm sorry. Our telemarketing floor is out of order today, but we do have an opening in politics. How many contestants are there? Just one player? I mean, great. Only one player. Is this your first? Ah, yes, they always come back. Now I will ask you. Thank you. I need to remind you that your buzzer is the letter B. Enjoy the ride. See you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack is sponsored by Inoffensive Eddie's Bland Suit Emporium. Inoffensive Eddie says, if they remember you were in the room, your suit's too loud. And now, here's your host, Cookie.
Nice to see you. Welcome to the game. Now, as we're entering the political arena, let's see some mudslinging out there. Oh, remember, do as I say. This is not a democracy. Okay, select the bell. Alright, that's alright. Okay, here's your category. You can't spell politics without P-O-T. And now the question. Say you're invited to a joint session. Who's the guest of honor at this party? The president, the vice president, the speaker of the house, or a foreign dignitary? Now, foreign dignitaries speak in front of joint meetings. And you know, everyone's always a little more uptight with a stranger there and all. The correct answer is, a joint session of Congress brings the House and Senate together to hear the president make a speech. So the president might speak, but he doesn't inhale. Good God, that's a lot of money. Here's the category. In politics, you must lie like a cheap rug. You know, back when Washington and Jefferson were president, men wore those silly wigs. And Bill Clinton's haircut is always a hard news item, so I was thinking, if Bill Clinton wore the last wig president on his head, with what dashing new look could he impress the ladies? His mane of Monroe, his forelock of Fillmore, his coiffure of Cleveland, or his tousle of Taft?
You'll want to put some ice on that.
In case you're wondering, it's just about the only way for people to notice Millard Fillmore. The thing is, if you notice that it's a wig, etiquette says you're supposed to act as if you're a member of the Know-Nothing Party. All right, bang your buzzer and grab the highest bell. The category is the Capitol Dome sprang a leak. So, you ready to tackle this question for a little over $4,300? All right, then. If it begins raining cats and dogs in the Capitol, from what will the lawmakers have to protect themselves? Temps, lobbyists, reporters, or leftover bills? Damn cat and dog lobbyists, they ought to be spayed. Oh, look what I have here, the correct answer. Annoying leftover or stray bills that deal with minor issues are called cats and dogs. But having all those cats and dogs around really covers up the everyday stink of corruption. Okay, but we're calling this one. He'd make Jesse Helms look like a liberal black woman. Hey, you know how on the Dukes of Hazzard, Boss Hogg is a crooked politician and Roscoe P. Coltrane is a corrupt sheriff? Well, say Boss Hogg runs for president with Roscoe as his running mate. According to the 12th Amendment, what will be true? Bo and Luke couldn't run against them, Roscoe wouldn't have to be a U.S. citizen, Boss Hogg would have to be old and white, or electoral voters couldn't vote for them both. Survey says... Well, what do we have here? The 12th Amendment states that if the president and vice president are from the same state, then electoral voters in that state can't vote for both of them. What? You want a joke? You think the Constitution is supposed to be funny? Okay, hit your...
If you're a liar and need a job, consider politics. So L-I-A-R-S, 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 or sign up for law school. Oh.
Welcome to Liars! Remember to buzz in on the first letter of the answer you have in mind. If you collect all the letters, you grab the cash. Let's do it. Yeti is the blank snowman. Abominable but great. Blank lies and videotape. I always say yes to sex. It's bliss. Ignorant. Mac's first hit single. A bastard child is blank. Stars of Willard and Ben. Rat. Just one more letter. Go get it. Tubular pasta, Blankatoni. Greg. Blood-sucking parasite. That sucks. Good one. Liars. Can you say bonus? That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. Okay, give it up for... Always a bridesmaid, never the president. Let's get going. Who died and made the president pro tempore boss of the country? If the VP died, I'm not sure anyone would notice. You should have picked this. The president pro tempore backs up the VP as head of the Senate. He's third in line for the presidency, following the vice president and the Speaker of the House. But don't think he doesn't have a plan for redecorating the executive washroom just in case. Hit your buzzer to select the... Your category is... Bring a sweater, it's gonna be a Cold War. You ready? Let's go. If the arms race had been decided by racing arms, the United States could have won by any of these margins except which? The radius is one of the bones in your forearms. Oh, gee, it would be pretty cool having forearms. I could hold a lot of, stuff. All right, let's take a look at the right answer. The tibia is part of the leg, which we use to kick the Soviets' ass. Yeah! You're next, China! All right, coming up. Swift justice in the food court. Now, everyone knows about the famous landmark Supreme Court abortion rights case Roe v. Wade, right? Well, imagine a second Roe v. Wade case reaches the U.S. Supreme Court. What landmark issue could the case be about? Waterfowl jurisdiction? Fish egg rights? Green vegetable? Roe is another name for fish eggs.
Your Honors, I would attempt to show that my client, as god-awful tasting as he is, deserves the same rights as the rest of us.
All right, buzzing for the cat. Are you sitting down? Well, of course you are. You're at a computer. At any rate... Well, I, for one, am very excited. We have a dis or dat question. And this dis or dat question's category is... You win some, you loser. Okay, I'm going to read off the names of 7 guys, and for each one, I want you to tell me if he won a presidential election, lost a presidential election, or both. For each right answer, you get some cash, and you're going to lose some for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds to nail all 7. And here we go. Clinton, one lost her vote. Bush. Thoreau. Reagan. Carter. Ford. Nixon. You missed 4 of them. Can't be proud of that. All right, there it is. Let's keep moving. Hey, I like to call this category built like a brick millhouse. You know how Richard Milhouse Nixon said, "I am not a crook," when in fact he was as crooked as they come? Well, what transparent lie could Milhouse from The Simpsons tell the American people? I am not Homer Simpson's drinking. Now write it on the chalkboard 100 times. Thing is, I always thought Milhouse looked like Kissinger. I mean, with the big nose, the glasses, you know. Oh, the category is over-the-counter culture. Okay, get out your little round glasses and your tie-dyes, because I've got a little counterculture phrase for you to figure out. Turn on, blank, blank, and drop out. All right, which of the following... Turn on, tune in, and drop out was ex-Harvard professor Timothy Leary's slogan in the 60s. And then at his death in 1996, Leary urged internet users to log on and sit in while he dropped out. Now, this one's called Color Me Impeached. You know how the book Primary Colors tries to pass as fiction even though it's obviously a satire of Bill Clinton's primary campaign? Well, if the thinly veiled characters in Primary Colors had been named for the 3 primary colors used in video imaging, who would not have... Now, most senators aren't green, they're gray and wrinkly. Here's the one you wanted. Though artists include yellow in the primary color palette, video imaging uses red, blue, and green as the 3 primary colors. But considering all the bad press, the fictional president's primary colors are black and blue. Okay. My fellow Americans, I cannot tell a lie, but I can give you this clue. The land of milk and alphabets. Hey, look at this. If I turn the bowl slightly, I can spell dumbass. Okay, here we go. Let's see your final score. Pathetic.
One is for the heartache.
If you've ever been in love.
2 is for the tears.
Or just had to do your taxes.
I'm itemizing the deductions you've taken through the years.
This album is for you.
I've got more than $400 of interest in you.
show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack is brought to you by Personal Spacesuit Systems Incorporated. Want more personal space? Never touch anyone again. Call now. And now, here's your host, the one, the only, Cookie.
Well, if it isn't our interplanetary space traveler, how you doing? So... Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I just spaced out there for a second. I do that sometimes. Anyway, you ready to ride? Well, I've seen better, and I've seen worse, and I've seen France. Well, here's your category. All it takes is a journey into space and a sensible dinner. And right this way, please. Say NASA sponsors a weight loss program that sends participants to the moon. What will they honestly be able to say in the commercials? I shed 5/6 of my total weight. I lost 10 pounds. I went down 2 sizes instantly. You went down 2 sizes immediately. What'd you do, eat your legs? The correct answer is, the moon's gravitational pull is 6 times as weak as on Earth.
That's one small step for a fat man. One giant leap. Oh, hold on a second, I'm out of breath.
Okay, hit your buzzer. We're calling this one. I need to hem up my space slacks. You gotta get your score on the plus side here. Let's go. How would you needle the city that has the Space Needle? No, but you are partially right. New York does suck. Watch and learn. Poor Seattle, it was just getting over the razzing it took for being near Puget Sound. All right, bang your buzzer and grab the highest value. Hey, nothing to brag about. Okay, here's the category. The space between your ears. Hey, remember that commercial that says, "This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs"? Well, if the egg really is your brain and the frying pan is your cranium, what's that stuff between your brain and the skull? Meninges margarine, lobe lard, brainium butter, or pituitary Pam? Wrong, fathead. In case you're wondering, the meninges are the membranes between your fried brain and your skull. Pam. Hit your buzzer. Okay, give it up, Ford. If you're constantly spacey, you might just be stupid. You got your head in the game? Good, because here's the deal. $5,009 if you can handle this, baby. Here it is. If you're feeling really spacey, which of these movies should you not see? LA Confidential, 12 Monkeys, The Usual Suspects, or 7? Kaiser Soze! Here's what you should have picked. Kevin Spacey was not in 12 Monkeys. I think for Spacey Monkeys, you need to see Project X, or something like that. Now,
Bingo. There was a place so very vast, and on it was a homo. R-A-N-G-E, R-A-N-G-E, R-A-N-G-E. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
welcome to Range. I hope you have some. Now remember, to win cash, buzz in when the first letter of the answer lights up. If you get all 5 letters, you win the cash. All right then, let's go. It's green, and it's the place to be. Ours is the Milky Way. Galaxy. Columbus, Magellan, Cortez. Territory between 2 armies. 312 is a Chicago flank code. Area code. Blank out and touch someone. You touch me. Mr. Rogers wants you to be his blocked. Hey, neighbor. Come on, one more letter and you really cash out. Coffee sediment. Sport utility vehicle range blank. Kentucky says theirs is blue. Grasp. The greatest show on blank. It's a circus. You got it. Range. We got a bonus. That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. May I say zoinks? Here's the category. The partying type. Hey, do you like being in debt? I mean, what's wrong with you? Okay, say your keyboard is a town and the keys are houses. Now say the space bar is an actual bar. Because it's closest to the space bar, which of these letters might complain about the... Yep, it sucks to live across from that damn space bar. You know, I've always thought of B as sort of a dork. Maybe if he'd quit complaining and join the party, he might loosen up and make some friends. Like maybe with Semicolon, for instance. Hey, buzz into... Coming up. Is your computer insane? So, you want to see the question? Yeah, me too. Here we go. If HAL, the insane computer from 2001: A Space Odyssey, had appeared in the original Odyssey, what might he have said?
I'm afraid I can't do that, Odysseus. What are you doing, Homer? I'm feeling much better now, Jason. Really.
Or,
I'm scared, Hercules.
I should be asking you that question. Well, what do we have here? Odysseus undertook the original Odyssey. Now, I forget, when exactly does he meet up with David Bowie? Your category is... I'm merely asking... Get your buzzer finger ready, here we go. Which song title properly uses the English translation of the Russian word mir? Mir like an eagle, mere oddity, give mir a chance, or... Now, that'd be if mir meant Hal. Wait, I'm still confused about the... You should have picked this. Mir is Russian for the word peace, so all we are saying is give that over a decade-old piece of junk a chance. Okay, select it. Well, there you go. Here's your category. Powdered eggs and tang again? You ever had a lousy time at summer camp? Well, think about the movies and finish the following letter for me.
Dear Mom and Dad, I want to come home. I wish you never made me go to space camp in the first place. Food is bad, the other kids are mean, and yesterday, we dodged asteroids and saved the world. Aliens beat me at the big camp race. Mel Brooks made us do arts and crafts.
Or...
we accidentally got launched into space.
In the movie Space Camp, while touring the space shuttle, Leah Thompson and pals are accidentally fired into space. But the mission wasn't a total loss. The campers taught some Russian cosmonauts how to build an addition onto the Mir out of popsicle sticks. Okay, hit your buzzer. Oh my God, you're rolling in it. Here's your category. Don't you want somebody to blow up? All right, get ready and complete this analogy. Jefferson Airplane is to Starship as Salt is to what? Bomb, Start, Reagan, or Pepper? Bomb, I'll say. Oh, look what I have here, the correct answer. Just as Jefferson Airplane eventually mutated into Starship, the SALT, or Strategic Arms Limitation talks, eventually mutated into START, or Strategic Arms Reduction talks. Gorbachev called the signing of the START agreement an historic occasion, while Reagan merely claimed that we built this city on strategic arms reductions. Okay, buzz in and lock onto the highest bid. Oh, nice picking. Well, wouldn't you know it, it's time to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat is, why are all the good little green men taken? I'm going to read off a list of 7 items, and for each one I want you to tell me if it applies to TV's Rhoda or Yoda from Star Wars. You're going to get some money for each right answer, and you lose cash for a wrong answer or any you don't get to. Okay, you have 30 seconds to get all of them. Let's do it. Lives in a swamp, Rhoda. Lives in New York. Advises Luke. Advises is Mary is green, is Jewish, is played by Valerie Huff. Only one wrong. Pretty damn good, cowboy. Let's toss that into your total. All right, there it is. Let's keep moving. It's your buzzer. The category is to boldly go on a road trip. Here's the question. Which of the following towns would the crew of the Starship Enterprise not be able to visit? Earth, Texas, Jupiter, Florida, Uranus, Montana, or Mars, Pennsylvania? Oh, come on. Haven't you ever seen that photo from the Mars Pathfinder mission of the red rocks and the Amish buggy in the background? All right, let's take a look at the right answer. Uranus is the only planet not to have an American town named after it.
Where are we off to now?
Uranus, Captain.
Okay, but be gentle with that tricorder.
All right. Ready for your final frontier? This clue should help. Some space to explore. Well, yeah, certainly inside of your skull, but also some other places. Let's check them out. So close! Just as well no one was around to see it anyway.
Johnson?
Yes, sir?
Get in here.
Is there a problem, sir?
Look, Johnson, I'm not gonna sit here and blow sunshine up your ass.
Oh, I will.
Who are you?
How the hell did you get in here?
I'm the Sunshine Pixie. And I'm here to tell you that Sunshine Suppositories are the perfect pick-me-up when life has got you down. Here, try one.
What the? Oh. Oh.
See what I mean, Sunshine?
Johnson, put your pants back on.
Oh, calm down, Mr. Pouty Puss. Here.
Hey!
Hey!
See? Sunshine Suppositories sweeten your disposition in a snap.
What was it that you wanted to see me about, boss?
Forget it.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack the Ride is sponsored by the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Don't make us shoot you. And now, please welcome your host, Cookie.
Hey there, welcome. And remember to use a coaster under your drinks or this could get dangerous. Before we begin, the use of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms is strictly prohibited on the ride. Whatever, do what you want. Just try not to shoot the screen, okay? Hit your buzzer to choose. Okay, nice shot. Here's your category. Do you like to smoke? I do too. Let's go smoke. Hey, can I get an ashtray? Yep, here. Thanks. Okay, now I'm ready. Say you're selling Virginia Slims to tourists in Richmond, Virginia. Who's come the longest way, baby? The woman from Kent, Ohio, the woman from Marlborough, Massachusetts, the woman from Salem, Massachusetts, or the woman from Newport, North Carolina? You've gotten nowhere, baby. Watch and learn. Well, I hope she bought Virginia Slim 100s. It's a long way home. The woman from Salem came the longest way, and I guess after the witch trials, folks in Salem really enjoyed burning butts. All right, this one's called I'd like to be shaken to death, not stirred. Okay. If Anne Boleyn's last request before being executed in the Tower of London was to have a martini, which gin would the guards have most likely used? Tanqueray, Beefeater, Bombay, or bathtub? I don't care for bathtub gin. It makes my fingers and toes wrinkly. Here's the one you wanted.
I'd like another Beefeater, straight up, please.
Sorry, lady, I'm cutting you off.
Beefeater is a popular brand of gin and the name of the guards who watched the Tower of London, who look as though they could use a stiff drink. Now, so you can do a lot worse than that. Let's check out your category. Luckily, her veil covers the bullet holes. Well, you know, after a good smoke and some nice booze, I always like to break out the guns. Shall we? If you receive an invitation to a shotgun wedding, what would make an appropriate gift? Bullets, baby toys, a football, or a can of beer in a funnel?
Do you take this woman pregnant?
Yep.
Do you take this man what made you pregnant?
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna throw up.
A shotgun wedding is what brings a man and his pregnant bride-to-be together in holy matrimony. Don't forget to wear hunter's orange. All right, it's 10. Hey, can't be too disappointed with that. Here's your category. Spinning a yarn and coughing up a lung. Okay, let me tell you about my friend Kent. Kent rode a camel to see his two buds, Benson and Hedges, in Newport. Then he met a fella named Carlton who challenged him to a Pall Mall bowling match. So Kent was cool and they played. Now, after a few lucky strikes, Kent had the vantage and Carlton got misty and left. So keeping all that in mind, how many cigarettes are in a standard pack of U.S. cigarettes? 20, 15...
Whoa! Oh, that was nice.
You should have picked this one. There are 20 coffin nails in a standard pack. Hey, buzz into... Are you sitting down? Well, of course you are. You're at a computer. At any rate... Oh, get out of here! It's time for a dis or dat question. And this dis or dat questions category is... drinking a 40 with your 44. Okie dokie, I'm gonna name 7 things, and for each one you have to tell me if it's a brand of malt liquor, a type of gun, or both. For each right answer, you get some cash, and you're gonna lose some for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds to nail all 7. And here we go. Colt 45 malt liquor. Midnight Dragon Special. Elephant. Ruger. King Cobra. Holy. Magnum. 3 right, 4 wrong. Not great. That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. Okay, we're calling this one. Hi, kids. My name's Nick O'Teen. Now that Joe Camel's no longer working for Camel, he just can't seem to get any smokes. If Joe Camel can go as long without cigarettes as he can go without drinking water, how soon will it be before he needs to have a cigarette? Several days, several weeks, several months, or about a year? Need water. Camels can go several days without water. Any longer than that, and they chew a lot of gum, they get real cranky, and they're prone to putting on a few pounds. I like to call this category an actor, president, and criminal all in one. Okay, kids, it's time to play Complete the Illegal Harebrained Scheme. U.S. gets cash, blank, 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 Well, that's great. You know how often camels need a drink, but you haven't read a newspaper in the last 15 years. Your parents must be so proud. Here's what you should have picked. The U.S. sells arms to Iran for cash. Iran uses its influence to free U.S. hostages in Lebanon. The Contras get the arms profits, and Reagan forgot it all. I sure hope Nancy gave him a spanking. Nope. Oy, that sucked. Here's your category. Where everybody knows the whiskey by name. Okay, play ball. Say there's a whiskey rebellion at Cheers. The Whiskey Rebellion began when the government levied an extra tax on whiskey.
What'll it be today, Mr. Peterson?
Oh, how about a big barrel of hot tar and a sack full of feathers?
Coming right up.
All right. Blah 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 meant. Oh God, I know what this is. Okay, I got it. All right, here's your real category. Foot binding made easy. Keep in mind, the sooner you hit your buzzer, the more money you can make. Okay, listen up and tell me what popular saying this rhymes with. Foot fat, spin more stripe, hand poke fit, and ignore all that punctuation there. Make your move, Oh, you're so bad. Let me guess, you saw someone type that in when they were playing one of the other volumes or something, and now you want to see what I'll say now. Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I'm just going to take away some cash. But then again, for all I know, this is the first time you've ever typed that in, and in which case, I'm not going to take away more cash from you. I'll just change your name. All right, there you have it. Now, let's get back to the game.
I'm always right and you're wrong, so foot fat, spin more stripe, hand poke fit.
To which I usually respond, I'm trying to quit smoking, and I also have the bad habit of kicking wiseacres in the ass with my frozen boot. Hit your buzzer to Okay, give it up for habeas cocktail. What do we got here? 3,200 and change? All right, let's do it. Say Perry Mason is handling a DUI case. If he submits the proof of the alcohol as evidence, what should he explain to the jury? It's the percentage of alcoholic content. It's half the alcoholic content. That would be wrong. In case you're wondering, I can prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that this whiskey is 100% proof. The proof of an alcoholic drink equals twice the actual alcoholic content, which is determined by a committee of its peers. Coming up, I am smoking in bed. And now the question. Say you're a tobacco farmer. Because you're constantly thinking about your crop, what might you say to your spouse before going to sleep? Look, there's a full moonflower tonight. Don't forget to pull the nightshade. Wait, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Tobacco is in the same family as nightshade, the poisonous plant, not the thing covering your window. Okay, I like to call this category coleslaw, french fries, or hand grenades. Here we go. If you go to a restaurant and order the Saturday night special, what will you be served? A handgun and a light tomato cream sauce? Malt liquor served over a bed of lettuce? No, the only way you'll get fiber with a 40 of malt liquor is if you eat the paper bag it came in. The correct answer is a Saturday night special is a small, cheap handgun. Only order it if you want to eat lead. Do you smell that? I think it's your clue. Smoking. Of course, I'm talking about myself, not you. You would be secondhand smoking. So, you know, just breathe sparingly. Let's see that final score!